Ever wondered which country's women are most open to group sex? Today, we're embarking on a global journey, exploring attitudes towards group sex from various corners of the world. From the conservative to the liberal, the reserved to the adventurous, the subject of group sex elicits a myriad of responses. A recent survey has revealed some surprising findings. Are you ready to delve into this fascinating topic? Stay tuned as we dive into these intriguing statistics. You might be surprised by what we've uncovered. Before we delve into the survey results, let's take a fascinating detour to explore the art of seduction around the world. Each culture has its unique ways of expressing attraction and desire, and these can provide us with a broader context for our main topic of discussion. For instance, consider the passionate tango of Argentina. This dance is a symbol of seduction, with its intricate footwork and intimate embrace. It's a dance that tells a story of desire, a perfect illustration of the Argentinian passion. On the other side of the globe, we have the sensual belly dance of the Middle East. This dance is characterized by complex movements of the torso, which are seen as highly seductive. Belly dance is an integral part of Middle Eastern culture, often performed at celebrations and social gatherings. But it's not just about the dance itself, it's the eye contact and the subtle gestures that accompany it, turning it into a powerful tool of seduction. This exploration is crucial because it shows us that seduction, much like group intimacy, is a complex and diverse phenomenon. It's an art form that varies across cultures, shaped by societal norms, traditions, and individual preferences. As we will soon discover, attitudes towards group sex are just as diverse and fascinating. So, hold on to your seats as we dive into the intriguing world of group intimacy. This is a journey you won't want to miss. A recent survey has shed light on this fascinating question. So how was this survey conducted? Let's dive into the details. To ensure the findings were as accurate as possible, a robust methodology was used. The survey was designed and executed by a team of experienced statisticians and sociologists who utilized proven techniques to gather and analyze data. The team collected responses from a wide variety of individuals, ensuring a diverse and representative sample size. The survey was administered online, making it accessible to people from all corners of the globe. This digital approach enabled the team to gather responses from a large number of participants, thus increasing the statistical significance of the findings. In fact, the sample size for this survey was in the hundreds of thousands, a testament to the team's commitment to getting a comprehensive view of the subject matter. In terms of demographics, the survey tapped into a diverse pool of respondents. Participants ranged from the age of 18 to 65, across a spectrum of socioeconomic statuses, educational backgrounds, and cultural contexts. This inclusivity ensured a rich mix of perspectives, allowing for a more nuanced understanding of the topic at hand. Moreover, the survey was not limited to one particular region or country. It was a global endeavor, capturing viewpoints from every continent. This means that the findings reflect a truly international perspective, giving us insight into how attitudes towards group intimacy vary across different cultures and societies. The survey also paid close attention to the privacy and comfort of the participants. All responses were collected anonymously, and participants were assured that their data would be used strictly for research purposes. This encouraged honesty and openness in the responses, contributing to the validity of the findings. So that's the backbone of the survey. An endeavor of this magnitude is not without its challenges, but the team's commitment to rigorous methods and ethical standards has yielded results that are both reliable and intriguing. It's been a journey of discovery, filled with surprising insights and unexpected revelations. The results, as you'll soon discover, are quite astonishing. So stay tuned as we delve into what the world thinks about group intimacy. Trust us, you're in for quite the revelation. Ever wondered about the role of aphrodisiacs in enhancing sexual experiences? Named after Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love, aphrodisiacs have been used across cultures and throughout history to increase sexual desire. They're often associated with foods that resemble sexual organs, like oysters, or foods that generate heat and stimulation, like chili peppers. But it's not just about symbolism. Some foods, like dark chocolate, contain chemicals that stimulate the brain's pleasure centers, potentially boosting libido. From oysters to chocolate, different foods are believed to have aphrodisiac properties. There's also a psychological aspect to it. The act of sharing a meal can create intimacy, and the anticipation of the effects can enhance the overall experience. However, the scientific evidence for the effectiveness of aphrodisiacs is limited. While they may not directly increase sexual desire, they can contribute to an overall mood of romance and intimacy. So next time you're planning a romantic dinner, you might want to consider these foods. Whether it's the placebo effect, or there's something more to it, the role of aphrodisiacs in sexual experiences continues to intrigue us. But remember, the most important ingredient in any sexual experience is consent and mutual respect. Before we move on to the global attitudes, let's take a moment to discuss the adult perspective on group sex. The world of adult content and pornography often portrays group sex as an exciting and adventurous experience. These portrayals can heavily influence our perceptions and expectations about group sex. But how much does adult content really influence our real-life sexual experiences? This is a topic of ongoing debate among researchers. Some argue that exposure to adult content can shape our sexual preferences and behaviors, while others believe it simply caters to existing desires. Here's the thing: adult content is a form of entertainment, not education. It's important to distinguish between the fantasy world of adult content and the reality of actual sexual experiences. In real life, group sex requires open communication, consent, and mutual respect among all participants. Remember, what you see in adult content isn't always reflective of real-life experiences. So while adult content can give us ideas and awaken our curiosity, it's crucial to approach actual experiences with a healthy dose of realism and respect for others. Stay tuned as we delve into the global perspective on group sex. Let's start by taking a look at the global attitudes towards group sex. Across the globe, the topic of group sex sparks a range of reactions, from intrigue and curiosity to apprehension and disapproval. Yet, a recent survey shows that there's a significant portion of the population that not only accepts it, but also partakes in it. The survey, conducted across 30 countries, revealed that 1 in every 10 adults has had an experience with group sex. This equates to an estimated 700 million people worldwide, a staggering number that reflects the shifting paradigms in sexual preferences and practices. In the Western world, there's a growing openness towards group sex. This is particularly evident in countries like the United States, Canada, and several European nations, where liberal attitudes towards sex are more prevalent. Here, the acceptance rate for group sex is slightly higher than the global average, sitting at around 15%. On the other hand, conservative societies in parts of Asia, Africa, and the Middle East showed lower levels of acceptance and participation. Yet even in these regions, there's a noticeable shift as younger generations break away from traditional norms and taboos. Interestingly, the survey also shed light on the correlation between education and group sex. Those with higher education levels were found to be more likely to have tried or considered group sex, suggesting that education might play a role in shaping sexual preferences and attitudes. The data paints a picture of a world that's gradually embracing more diverse sexual practices. However, it's important to note that these global trends don't necessarily reflect the situation in every country. There's a wide spectrum of attitudes and practices, with some countries showing significantly higher levels of acceptance and participation than others. Now, let's delve into the country-specific results. Which countries made the top 5? Let's dive right in. Starting off the countdown, we find ourselves in the land of the rising sun, Japan. Known for its unique and sometimes eccentric approach to sexuality, it's perhaps no surprise that Japan has found a place in our list. According to our survey, a significant percentage of Japanese women have expressed openness and curiosity towards group sex, marking it as a country of sexual exploration and liberation. Next up, we venture to the heart of Europe, to the vibrant and liberal Netherlands. The Dutch are renowned for their progressive attitudes towards sex and sexuality, and our survey results reflect this. Dutch women ranked highly in terms of openness to group sex, placing the Netherlands firmly in our top 5. Our third stop takes us to the sunny shores of Brazil. With its lively culture and passionate people, Brazil exudes an infectious energy. This energy translates into their sexual attitudes as well, with a considerable number of Brazilian women showing an openness to group sex. Crossing the Atlantic, we find ourselves in the United States. Known for its cultural diversity and progressive attitudes towards sex, it comes as no surprise that the US makes it to our list. The survey indicates that American women are open-minded when it comes to group sex, mirroring the country's progressive ethos. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. Can you feel the suspense? The fifth country, the one that tops our list, the country where women are most open to group sex, is the moment you've been waiting for. Drumroll, please. We have a tie in the country that tops our list. The nations that appear to have the most women who enjoy group experiences are none other than France, India, Pakistan, and China. Yes, you heard it right, not just France, but India, Pakistan, and China too. These lands, each unique in their own way, are places of love, romance, and evidently, a more open approach to sexual exploration. Now, before we delve into the reasons behind these surprising revelations, remember, this is all based on surveys and statistics. It doesn't define every individual's preferences or experiences, but gives us a broad understanding of trends. So why these countries? Well, there are a few theories. France is known for its liberal attitudes toward sexuality. From the time of the French Revolution, the country has been a pioneer in promoting sexual freedom and equality. This has likely contributed to a more open and accepting atmosphere towards various forms of sexual exploration. In India and Pakistan, despite their traditional and conservative societal norms, there are indications of a shift in attitudes towards sex, possibly driven by increasing urbanization, access to global media, and a more educated young population. Some also argue that the ancient scripts and arts of these countries, which openly discuss and depict sexual exploration, may have had a residual impact on the attitudes of present generations. Meanwhile, China, with its diverse cultures and progressively changing societal norms, may also be fostering an environment where sex isn't seen as taboo but as a natural part of life, leading to more experimentation and openness. And let's not forget the influence of media and education. French filmmakers Bollywood and Lollywood in India and Pakistan, and Chinese cinema have long been unafraid to tackle sexual themes, often in a more explicit manner than their Hollywood counterparts. This could also play a part in shaping attitudes and perceptions. But it's not just about societal norms and influences. Individual factors such as personal values, experiences, and desires also play a crucial role. It's a complex interplay between the individual and the society they live in. So there you have it. France, India, Pakistan, and China sit at the top of our list. But remember, this doesn't mean that every woman in these countries enjoys group experiences. It's just a general trend based on the data have. A surprising find, isn't it? What does this all mean? We might ask ourselves. Well, let's take a step back and look at the big picture we've painted today. We've journeyed across continents, through time zones, and into the intimate spaces of people's lives. We've been privy to a wealth of data, a myriad of perspectives, and a fascinating mosaic of attitudes towards group sex worldwide. The survey we've dissected today reveals that attitudes towards group sex vary greatly from one corner of the globe to the other. Some societies are more open to it, viewing it as a natural expression of human sexuality. Others are more reserved, treating it as a taboo subject, shrouded in secrecy and stigma. The top 5 countries we've highlighted show that women's preferences are as diverse as the cultures they hail from. It's a reflection of societal norms, personal beliefs, and individual experiences. But it's important to remember that these are averages, generalizations. They do not speak for every woman in these countries, nor do they capture the full complexity of human sexuality. So as we wrap up, let's not lose sight of the fact that sexuality is a deeply personal and individual journey. It's a path that each of us walks in our own unique way. And while surveys like this one can shed light on broader trends, they can never truly encapsulate the richness and diversity of human experience. Remember, these are just statistics. They don't define individual choices or experiences.